We already have a joint venture with 2X. The same company is being expanded to bring in Trinity. So it's a three-way joint venture where Texmaco will hold 34%, 2X will hold 34%, and Trinity will hold 32%. But what it does is that today we have a base of 30 to 40 rigs, and our intentions is to grow by another 100 rigs. With Trinity coming in, I think our ability to source funding at highly competitive rates in line with GATX will be visible, and we will be able to afford much better terms and offer to our customers much better terms for leasing going forward.
So what would be the initial investment, sir, and what is the value addition in the freight industry this new entity will do?
No, as far as as he mentioned, we already have about 250 crores of new equity that has come in, which is lying in the bank. So we have enough resources of our own to grow the business, and we are confident the business is growing, and we will be able to capture this market.
And sir, what kind of changes in the freight ecosystem you see after this joint venture start working? This high speed freight trains will come. What the new value addition will happen?
The new value addition is in designs. Texmaco 2X and Trinity brings in the latest designs, which we will be able to introduce to the Indian Railways.
And what it will do, how it will improve the efficiency?
It will increase the payload, reduce the logistic cost, and be cost effective and supportive to the Indian industry.
Last question, sir. What kind of, because you are an industry giant, so what kind of growth you see in the rail freight ecosystem in coming years?
Quite frankly, rail is a very major constituent for economic growth, and looking at the way India is growing, I definitely see India will continue to grow, and I look at very, very good days for Indian Railways.
Absolutely. It's important to point out this is an existing joint venture that we're fortunate enough to join, right? So it's already well established. It's working rather well. Our particular expertise is to work with shippers of commodities to define what is the best version of a rail car that they can use to move the most freight for the lowest amount of money, right? Efficiency, safety, and overall performance of the rail system is what we're trying to improve.
So what kind of new things, what kind of you can say technologies you will bring in?
Technologies is an interesting thing. So if you think about in North America, rail cars are heavier, stronger, and sturdier, right? And there's a lot of those capabilities and design features that we'd love to bring over to the existing market to make these cars stronger, more durable, and safer and cheaper to operate in the long haul.
First, I think it's a great team because we have, again, the largest Indian manufacturer of wagons, part of the JV, but also the worldwide largest manufacturer of wagons, plus a strong expertise in leasing, not only in Europe but also USA. So altogether, I think we create a very good platform to accelerate the growth. Our vision is simply to participate to the financing of new regs, because when you have a vision, as India has, to grow the market share of rail from 28% to 45%, this is almost 2,000 new trains, and that's a huge investment. If you look to other transportation activities, the market share of leasing is very often at 50%. So can you imagine the level of investment you need? So we are here to help all the end users, industrial companies, to do that model shift, put more cargo on rail, and we will finance those assets for them.
What would be the initial investment you are planning for?
The initial investment decided is 100 new regs, means new train. And that's the initial, and we will try to deploy that in the next months, years, but we would like to do it rather quickly.
But in how many years? 3 years, 5 years? What is the plan?
As I said, if we are good enough a year, if we do it in 3 years, that will be fine. I hope it will not take 5 years.
My question is, as looking at, because the racks will run on the tracks, so do you see India has enough tracks for that rack expansion at well, and for that there is any consultation with the government?
In fact, first, the good decisions were taken when India decided to build dedicated freight corridors. That was the best decision, because now we are not mixing passenger transport with cargo transport. We are doing that on a dedicated corridor. You still have space to grow, no problem. Of course, a new design of wagons will help also, because if we can have faster train, we can put more wagons on the same network without investing. That's the whole idea, to bring new design, faster train, more payload, to be more efficient.